Hello and welcome back to episode 77 of Unknown to World Known. As you know, from the end of the last episode, we're coming back for the following game against AC Milan. So nothing's really changed in terms of the team. Victoriano's got a knock going into this game, so he's not in the first team, he is on the bench. But other than that, nothing to really update you with. So we'll get straight into the game where I've already selected my team. So let's go and have a look how we're lining up for this. And of course, following this game, we've got the second leg of the semi-final. So the lineup for today, we've got Farinha in goal, Giglione, Fran, Ibanez and Retsos as our back four, Cersei and Pospech in midfield, Maina on the right, Rodrigo through the middle, Eze on the left, and Wilson is up front. So we're going to tell them to do... we expect them to do this for the fans. Obviously, has now become quite a big game because AC Milan are now quite close to us after their recent patchy form, we'll say. This is a very tough part of the season for us, though. With like Atalanta, Juventus, AC Milan, and then obviously on top of that, you've got the constant cup games. We have had a really poor start here. We need to do something early on to try and stop this because they are all over us. We're going to have to bring Rodrigo off as well, I think, for Miani. And that little bit of a change does seem to have made a bit of a difference there. They haven't been all over us since the little change. We're going to push a bit higher up because that seems to have had a bit of an effect in the game. That has been a really, really boring first half. We're going to tell them we've been the better team. that's a complete and utter lie now that I think about it. But it is what it is. We've now actually had a second shot, but still nothing happening in the second half either. We're going to make a change here. I'm looking at Eze maybe coming off for Arif. See if he can come on and make a difference on that left-hand side. And again, nothing is happening here. We're going to make our final change, which is going to be Cersei coming off for Sergio Gomez again. Cersei really does need a bit of a rest. He's getting absolutely knackered in the first half of games. Corner is being cleared away, but Pospech has picked it up and gone round his man. He's getting a bit isolated out here by himself. Finds a ball to Gomez, but Ndombele nicks it. And now Rossoni plays it in, and that's going to be a very good chance for Milan there. Farinha does well to hold it. And now I don't like how they're crowding round us. He ends up lumping it forward towards Wilson, who doesn't challenge for the header, disappointingly. Haug has allowed them to come straight back at us and hit the bar. Retsos now with a chance to clear it, and it's sent to Arif, but we're looking very shaky there. We're going to go attacking for the last few minutes. I did this the other day in the save with Bilbao, and it went terribly for me. Maina, Miani, Wilson. Wilson's put in the back of the net. He's offside. He's offside. That must have been inches. Yeah, it has been ruled offside. We very nearly nicked it there. I want to see the replay of this. It's further offside than I thought, to be fair. But we very, very nearly nick it. A draw there. I'm not unhappy with it, I'll be completely honest. Milan, as you can see, they're right behind us. We keep a 3-point gap to them, and hopefully now, if you look at our schedule following the Atalanta game, we've got a bit of a run where I think we can start picking up some points again, and hopefully we can go ahead and do that. It's been 5 games without a win in the league. So we'll get through this Atalanta game now, and then see if we can get ourselves in a cup final. Juventus are 1-0 up from their first leg, which is concerning because we could be playing them in a final. That might not be very fun. And we're back for the second leg of the semi-final now. I believe we're going for an unchanged 11 apart from Victoriano coming in on the left wing. We are indeed. So we're unchanged from the previous game against Milan. And we're going into this game now on a bit of dodgy form recently, as we know. The only win in the last 5 coming against Atalanta in the first leg. But hopefully we can make it stick in the second leg. Ball into Victoriano. Nearly puts us 1-0 up early on. Can we... There's no other games going on at the moment other than the other leg from the look of it. So we can keep an eye on that and figure out who we're going to be playing in the final if we get there. I would like to see Milan turn that around if we're going to go through, because the prospect of facing Juventus in a cup final, I'm not a big fan of that. Ndombele has put Milan 1-0 up in their game. And so far here, it's been quite a dull game. We're still sat 1-0 up, although they've got a corner early in the second half and they've scored it. And that is a big moment in the tie that's going to force us to go after a goal now. I think I still don't know if away goals count in this cup or not. I imagine they do, and I'm going to play like they do because I think you just have to. I probably checking would be the smart thing to do. They've now got a free kick, and it's a ball in towards our box, and it's a dangerous ball in. Silas hits the bar. Ooh, not a fan of that. We're going to have to make a change. Maynard needs to come off. He's having a poor game. We're going to send Eze out on the right-hand side to be an inside forward. And that's all I can really do at the moment. Milan are 2-0 up now. Prospect with the ball in towards Fran and Victoriano, but it's headed away. Prospect has got space to pick this up now. And he sends it into Eze, who finds Wilson, who shoots and it goes just wide. Very nearly a goal there. Rodrigo's struggling in this game. We're going to have to bring him off. And I think what we're going to do is send Miani on. And we've got 15 minutes now. Milan have completely destroyed Juventus in that second leg over there. It's now 3-1. We are looking a bit lost at the moment. We're going to send Angelino on for Retsos for the last 5 minutes or so, just because of the Retsos being absolutely knackered. It is Milan who are in the other side of the final, but here it's 1-1, and I need to know if away goals count in this fixture. Rules, semi-final. Away goals used. Oh no. Let's demand more. And I'm having to look at what our final change should be. It might need to be Pospech coming off for Fernando. Yeah, because Pospech is knackered. We need somebody who can try and create something going forward. Let's demand more. I've just seen that Varane has made a save, and it looks like... No, please don't. They've got a very late throw in. Gallardo running in, and it's blocked, but it falls back to them. and that ball's gone in. Ibanez has booted it away as far as he can, and Sadliak picks it up and unfortunately does manage to get it forward. Lukovic sends it inside. It's gone all the way across the far post. Gallardo nearly runs it out of play. It's gone back in, and Ovando heads just over. And now we've got about 2 minutes left to play. Giglione sends it forward to Eze. Back to Giglione. Cersei sends it inside. Fernando's missed the ball. Miani, thankfully, is there to pick up the scraps. And now Victoriano and Fernando exchanging the ball. Angelino back to Ibanez. Angelino plays it to Cersei. Miani. Victoriano's in on goal. Oh no. That should have been a goal. Victoriano needs to do better with that. Fran has got the ball. There's seconds to go. Passes it across to Ibanez. It's back to Fran. And he's played it forward to Eze, who's trying to find a way down this right-hand side. Sends it inside to Cersei. Giglione. It's back to Fran. It doesn't look like we're even going to have this one last throw of the dice. No, it's headed away by Lukovic. It's a throw in. And I would imagine we're not going to get a chance to take this. Maybe we are. Angelino's going to launch this into the box. It's in towards Cersei, but Kobel comes out and claims the ball. So that means we have penalties. And I'm not confident going into this because a lot of our guys aren't. We need Wilson to. I don't like that we've got two players anxious ahead of the penalties. Raspadori stepping up first and scores for Atalanta. And now it's going to be Eze stepping up against Kobel. And is saved. Ovando now stepping up. This is heartbreaking because Varinha has pulled off a fantastic save. Milan in the final is probably the best chance we've got of winning this of how it's played out. Wilson buries his penalty despite being anxious going into it. Gallardo now stepping up for Atalanta and scores. I hate penalty shootouts on this game. Miani stepping up and scores his penalty. Very well taken. Probably the worst thing is trying to talk over it as well. Sadliak steps up and scores just because you're so repetitive in a penalty shootout. Angelino stepping up. Haven't heard that 7 times already. Scores. And now this is where it gets really nerve-wracking because Lavia is stepping up for Atalanta with the final of the 5 penalties. Varun has saved it. And now it comes down to Giglione, the right back, with a chance to send us to a cup final for the 2nd year in a row. And he steps up. And he's done it. Coppa Italia final 2 years in a row. And this year, I feel much more confident going into it. Just on the basis of I've had a year in charge now. I've moulded the team a little bit more. Into the cup final we go. Juventus knocked out by AC Milan, who we have just drawn with. So, I mean, they also beat us 4-1 earlier in the season. But this time, we drew. It's at our stadium, once again. So that is going to be a massive game for us. I think what we'll do now is we'll come back we'll play Sampdoria and Monza in the next episode. So we'll come back after 5 more league games, come back for them too, and then see how the league's going before we decide what we're doing about the cup final. It probably will be its own special again, but we will confirm that closer to the time. If you have enjoyed that, leave a like down below. Comment how you think we're going to get on in that final. Can we go that one step further than we did last year? And subscribe if you're enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.